What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gunfish TV. Back out here on the water today, and I'm super excited because I am doing a 1 hour uncut, unedited video for you all out here on the river. We're in the John boat today, and I actually have not bass fished here in quite a while. I think probably April was the last time that I bass fished here because the river's been kind of tore up. It's been high, it's been really muddy. I don't know if you can tell, but it's still very muddy. They're doing some logging up the river, and I think that's just keeping the water this year really dirty. But the plan is to throw only the frog for 1 hour straight and see how many big bass we can catch, or if we can catch a bass at all. I think we can get on them. I'm gonna run up the river a little ways and get to some of the better stuff, what I consider the better stuff, and start there. And we're gonna fish for 1 hour straight, raw, uncut, unedited for you all. Hopefully we put some bigs in the boat, and maybe we could even catch a good 5 fish limit in an hour. We're right here, it's 9 o'clock, so about 9 o'clock right now. And once we get up, we're gonna start a 1 hour timer, and that's all the time we got. So we gotta get it done. Let's run up the river. Let's see if we can catch some bigs. All right, y'all, so we just got up to our first spot. I got my back camera set up right here. I'm gonna be running that one along with my chesty camera, so I'm gonna be able to bring y'all 2 different angles continually. So I'll probably have this camera down in the bottom left corner. I have my chesty camera will be a bigger part of the screen, but we're gonna walk up. I got my phone up there. We're gonna set a 1 hour timer, and we're gonna start fishing. And like I said, we're pretty much gonna throw that frog. So we're gonna start this back camera right here, get that rolling, and we're gonna get everything kind of together so we're ready to roll. And we're gonna drop the trolling motor if we can get that thing to go down. The current here is rolling pretty doggone good, but we have a really good outside bend right here. Pretty much it's got a deeper shoreline. I've caught some big fish on it before, and we're gonna find the timer. We're gonna unstrap our rods. We're gonna unstrap these GF Outdoors straps. If you need any new boat straps for your boat, definitely go to gfoutdoors.com and order some. That's my company. I have all kinds of stuff on there, and I'm getting ready to drop. Probably by the time you watch this video, I will have my apparel line dropped on the website. So be sure to go check it out and support the channel. I appreciate it a ton. But we're gonna start off by casting right here. We're gonna go right here to timer. Y'all can see it is on 1 hour. So we literally have 1 hour. So let's make sure the chest camera is rolling, and we are 1 hour. Starts now. All right, let's get it. You know what? I need to put that somewhere really quick where it's not gonna overheat because the sun's a little hot. So, all right, frog, let's get it done. This water right here is absolutely rolling, but these big fish will set up in these spots in this current and will just come up and smash the frog. So throwing on a 7.2 medium heavy Mach 2 rod, and this is a Lewis Super Duty reel and 50-pound Powell Pro braid. And we're gonna see how many, hopefully more than 1 or more than 0, how many fish we can catch in an hour on the frog. The water's pretty muddy. It is pretty muddy, but it's good depth. It's kind of shallow, which is good. They set up in these deeper pockets along the shoreline, and sometimes they're easier to target that way. So hopefully we can get some to come up and crush the frog. definitely should be ready to eat. I don't know what the water temp is because I don't have my depth finder on here. I wanted to go just straight up old school, no depth finder, no nothing. We're fishing out of one of the boats that I learned how to fish out of. Bought it when I was 15 years old. I'm 39 now, so I've had it quite a while. And fishing on the river that I learned how to bass fish on. So hopefully we can get a dadgum big one to come up and eat it. Nothing crazy has come through, like in the way of cold fronts or anything like that, so nothing should have them acting weird. Tomorrow, storms are supposed to roll in tomorrow. That was a bad cast. Tried to skip it under there. She caught a little bit. I might ought to be able to get one right back there behind that log though. That's one thing about the raw, uncut stuff. I mean, if I backlash or blow my reel up or whatever, like, you're gonna see it. If I get hung, you're gonna see it. All that's taken away from time on the clock. I know there's gonna be one right here. I don't know if he's gonna bite or not, but I can promise you he's there. This is gonna be really weird if they're like not on the frog today. It's gonna be very weird. I would say that would definitely be not typical of this time of year for here. Get over this log. The back motor might try to get hung up. Hopefully it kicks up. Kind of surprised a couple of places I've thrown that I have not gotten bit yet. I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, my frog's messed up. My frog is messed up. All right, let's see. What do we got going on here? There we go. There we go. Yeah, this water's rolling. Knowing my luck, they're on a flipping bite today, like a hardcore flipping bite or something. You know, sometimes these fish they'll get off. They'll get a little funny on the frog sometimes, but I haven't been up here at all fishing. I don't know if anybody else has, probably. Oh God, that was a nice one. That was a nice one. That was a nice one. I don't know if he'll come up and bite it again. He was a little bit funny on it though when he came up. I saw that fish though. That was a 2+ pounder, easy. But what you want them to do is, like, when you throw up there to the bank, like, you almost want to see them like cutting to that thing, like just like a shark. That's when they're like really, really aggressive and dialed in on that thing. But see, the good thing about this frog is you just throw it all up there anywhere. I mean, you just got to throw it up in them holes. I mean, that's one thing that makes the frog so effective in these rivers, is the fact that, or on any body of water with like a lot of wood and a lot of stumps and stuff up on the bank where you can't, you know, you can pitch in there pitch a soft plastic or a jig in there, but you're risking getting hung up. And of course if you do hang them, you got to fight to get them out. But the frog is just so crazy effective on some of these bigger fish up in them holes. Definitely ought to be one under this tree. Oh, my line is hung in this limb. My frog is looking stupid. Get out of there. There we go. Tell you what, I've done thrown in some spots already that it's kind of surprising to me that I've just not gotten blown up on. And threw that right into that limb. Oh no. And some years they bite the frog a little bit better than they do other years, and I don't know what the factors are or determining factors are for that. But just some years they just seem to bite it a little bit better. And the river this year has been really high, and it just came down, so it's still still a little bit muddy and flowing really hard. But the fish should be set up and ready to just blow up on this thing. Should be. Ooh, what are we in? A limb or something. But what I like to see is the fish get right up against the bank, like right up on the bank. So when it hits, the first couple movements of the frog is when they explode on it. It's just a big time reaction bite. Something else too, the fish a lot of times they'll get on the spinnerbait. When conditions are like this, they'll really crush a spinnerbait too. But we're doing frogging only, so we got to get it done. We've had one come up on it, so we know that they'll bite it. That was a bad cast. Definitely ought to be one sitting up there. Got these pockets, these shade pockets. The bass will get up there. Believe it or not, sometimes the frog bite gets better as the day goes on and it gets hotter, because it really pushes those fish up in those shade pockets even better. And because the shade pocket actually gets smaller, so the fish will get up there even tighter on the bank, and the frog bite gets even better. Not every day, but some days. Wow, these fish must be in a funky mood for me not to have gotten bit in some of those spots. Very weird. Get back in there. There we go. I'm gonna try to speed it up a little bit now. Instead of like walking it, I'm gonna just try to really really work it fast and scoot it back to the boat kind of quick. Sometimes they really like it like that. I don't see a, oh, there's one. I was gonna say I don't see a ton of, that's a nice one. That's a chunk. Get in here. There we go. That's number one. Oh, I was gonna say I don't see a ton of activity right now, just as far as like fish breaking and all of that. But here we go. That's number one. That's a chunky fish. I don't know how long we've been fishing. I'm not even gonna look at the clock to see, but we got one. I will check my lens to make sure we don't have any water on it, and we don't. So we're back to rolling. So fish number one. I don't feel like we've been fishing that long. We ain't gone that far. Maybe 10 minutes. It's 10:24. I didn't even look at my watch to see what time we even started. Might look at the thing here in a minute, but we got fish to catch. And hopefully we catch a big one. I mean, really the goal is to catch a 4+ pounder. We want to catch a 4+. That would be awesome. So that's what we're gonna, oh my goodness, that's a big one. That's a nice one. Oh yeah, come here. He's not a 4, but he's a doggone good one. Get in here. Yes, I mean, he completely choked it. Oh, nice. There we go, y'all. There we go, y'all. I mean, look. Gone. I mean, choked it. All right, get out of there. It's a little bit more of a skinny fish than I'm really used to here in the river. Usually don't see them that skinny, but pretty fish. I mean, we just caught them basically back to back. Nice. So that's 2. Let's see. Let's see if we can get some more. He came up off, you can see this lap pile right here. Ooh, my trolling motor's hitting it. But he actually came up out of that lap pile. Good deal. And see, what it could be is, you know, that other area of shoreline, it just wasn't a lot of fish in it. And this one, or this area now we're getting into, just has more fish in it. Or fish on it, I should say. Good deal. I gotta put this hood on, because whew, it is hot. And I know I mentioned earlier my apparel line. Y'all are probably asking me, why am I not wearing my apparel? And I can tell y'all the reason is, oh look, I'm sitting here wondering why in the world I can't get my hood on. It's because it's hung in my strap. There we go. I was gonna say, what in the world is going on here? All right, whew. But it's because I have not done my photo shoot with it yet. I got to do a little photo shoot from my website, and I don't want to get my shirts dirty because I literally just did them. So, but yeah, but go check them out. I'm very excited about it. Very excited about it. All right, so not sure how far we are in, but we got 2 fish. And that was a nice one, that last one we caught. Yeah, it was a 2+ pounder, probably 2 1/4. Kind of skinny, but came up and just crushed it. So definitely have a good possibility of catching a big one. I landed that cast a little hard. What I really like to do when I'm throwing the frog, especially when I'm throwing up on a clean bank like this, I like to land it literally right at the edge of the bank. So sometimes like that right there, I casted it up the bank. It went behind a root, unfortunately. That one did. But I like to cast it where it actually hits the bank and kind of rolls back into the water. Just like, I don't know how good y'all can see that, but so then it just kind of looks like a frog was on the bank and it jumped into the water, or it rolled or fell into the water. And that's kind of what I like to do, just to give it that real natural presentation. I don't never really like to throw it and just let it land hard. You know, if they're super aggressive, they don't even care. But today it definitely seems like they're not just being ridiculously aggressive. So I'm trying to place my cast, land it a little softer. And one thing about a frog that people really need to know is when you're throwing this thing, you need to be accurate. You really need to make accurate casts to your target. And because you're literally trying to land right on top of these fish's heads, like right on top of them. These fish are set up, they're sitting there, and when it lands, they know it, they feel it. Ooh, I think I thought I saw a ripple come off the bank, maybe not, but they're set up there, and if they're aggressive and feed, they're gonna come out and smash that thing. I mean, they are gonna come out and absolutely smash it. So, and I've seen it, I've seen it sometimes when it lands, like you don't even hear anything or anything. You go to move it and it's done been slurped, completely slurped. Those big ones would just come up and inhale that thing as soon as it hits the water. Might be one all the way up in there. Hopefully we can get a big for y'all. Get this thing in. Oh no, okay. Whew, I was gonna say that thing wrapped. That ain't good. Something else too, these big fish will set up off the bank up under this like canopy stuff where it's done washed, the current's done washed this stuff up under there or up on these ends of these trees. So they'll get up under that canopy and just sit there and wait for bait and different stuff to come over their head, and they'll come up and absolutely crush it. Tell you what, we're gonna throw. That's a good old lap pile right there. One blows up on it, we're gonna have to drag him over the log, but that's the fun in it. Oh my, there we go, there we go. I knew it would be one there. Ooh, that bass is black. That is a very black bass for this body of water, especially with this watercolor. That is not typical of this body of water for that fish to be that dark. That is awesome. That's a beautiful fish. I don't know if y'all could hear that blow up or not, but holy moly. That is a very black bass, especially being the water's as muddy as it is, but that fish has been sitting down there by that root ball. That's exactly what's happening. He's living by that root ball right there, and he's done taking on that color. That's why those bass in those cypress rivers and in Florida and all, that's why they get so black. They get up under those mats and around those roots to get that tannic acid color, and they get really dark. Man, when he blew up on it, I was expecting that to be like a 5-pounder. Hey, we're catching some fish. That's good. That is good. We had to do a little bit of work to get up here. Had to drag the boat through some trees and navigate around a James Bond 007 boat, but we got it done. And we are here. So I don't even know if I can get it. Probably I'm going to run out of time before I get to a couple other shorelines. But the reason that I even started this far down was just because where I really want to go, or there's a shoreline that I really want to go, I don't even think I'm going to be able to get there. I think it's going to be, the sandbars are going to be too big. So I went ahead and made a decision to actually start right here. Good deal. 3 fish. 3 fish. The fish are biting decent. I thought they would be. There's a log under the water right there. Current's kind of taking it off exactly where I wanted it to come over at. We'll go right there in that shade line. Oh, there's one. Not a giant. Up there in that shade line. Up there in that shade line. That's a little dude. Thank you, bud. Right up there in that shade. I think we're gonna get a crack at a good one before it's over with. I hope so anyway. At first down on that lower end, and I think the current might be just a touch too hard down there. That might be why they're up a little bit further right here where the current's not quite as hard. But down there on that other end, I mean, I was throwing in some juicy spots and I didn't get bit. So I was a little bit concerned. Oh, there's another one. I mean, as soon as I moved it, I mean, we're doing some catching now, y'all. We are doing some catching now. This is fun. This is fun. All right. You just need big boy. And sometimes it's very unpredictable where these big bites are going to come from. Oh God, one just come up under it and kissed it. Literally, one just came up underneath of it and sat there and looked at it. But sometimes it's unpredictable where you're going to get these big bites. I mean, I've caught big ones before in 6 inches of water. I've had big ones come up on the end of treetops in, you know, well, this river ain't that deep, but, you know, like over 7, 8 foot of water. I caught a 9-pounder one time out in open water on the Frog. You know, it just, you don't really know where those big fish bites are going to come from. But I don't really expect possibly a big fish bite to come on this left shoreline right here. I have caught some 4s and 5s off of it before, but right here, I might be able to get one off this log jam right here. Let's speed up that trolling motor. Ooh, he ain't up there. All right, let's see. I got a piece of hair hanging in my eye. Here we go. Might be able to get one right here. Feels kind of weird not reaching up and shutting off my GoPro after every fish catch so I can keep the clips separate. Every time I catch one, I want to reach up there and grab up and push that thing. But I'm gonna fish up here, fish right through this little section on the left, and we're gonna fire the motor up and get up to that next shoreline. Right here is a good spot if I was flipping. Yeah, good spot. The current's really ripping right here. It's a shallow spot right here, and the current just rips. And I mean, I can tell it. I got my trolling motor in number 4 speed, and we're not breaking any records, that's for darn sure. So I'm gonna throw up here, right up here on this point. Got a couple little shade patches right there. We're gonna kick this thing in 5, get on up there. Now, like in the spring, this place sets up good right here. A little pocket, they'll set up at the mouth of it. But right now, it's just kind of stagnant. They're not going to sit there in that dead water. These shade pockets right here, tight. I've caught some nice ones on it before. I don't know if y'all can see. Probably, well, you might can see with my Tifosi optics. They're a little bit dirty, but I don't know if y'all can see how shallow it is right there. We're in some pretty shallow water. Speaking of Tifosi optics, these are the glasses that I wear. I've been wearing them for years, and they're a sponsor of the channel, so they're linked down below. Be sure to check them out and get you a pair. They got a ton of different glasses, ton of different ones, different styles, women's, kids, all kinds of stuff. And every time you buy a pair, it helps the channel out, so I appreciate that. But I promise you, they are the best glasses that I've ever worn. I've worn a bunch of different other brands. I'm not even gonna mention them, but I'm just gonna bring that up, that they are really, really good glasses, and they don't have a single pair on their website over $100 except for the prescription ones. So, but all right, I'm expecting to get a fish right there. Y'all see, I just skipped her in there beautifully. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, you know one's there. You know one's there. Maybe he's a little bit, oh, I just hit that stick. Maybe he's a little bit closer to that root ball right there. Oh, that was not a good cast. A lot of times they'll get on the front side, on the current side. And if they're on the front side, the current side, they are feeding. You know, a lot of times the fish, they'll set up on the back side to get out of the current. But I'm gonna tell you, if you ever fish a river and you get to where you are catching them on the front side, where they're sitting in the current, they're on the front side of the piece of wood or whatever, those fish are feeding. Those fish are absolutely feeding, they're biting, they're hungry, and all of that. So take advantage of that. They will pull up in front of that structure and sit there, and they will just, that's when you have a lot of fun and you catch a lot of bigs when they're pulled up like that. When they're sitting behind it, of course you can catch them as well, but they are just not feeding quite as good as when they're sitting up in front. Oh, there was one. There was one that looked like a pretty good fish too. He just come up and kissed it. He really did not eat it at all. And sit there and milk it. Oh, I knew it would be one there. Man, okay, so he did not. Let's try it fast. He just come on and kind of grabbed at the legs on it. He didn't really bite it good. It was a nice fish though, not like a giant, but 2-pound class fish. All right, now we got this one spot right here, and then we're gonna start the motor up and ease up to the next shoreline. Oh, I got sweat dripping in my eyes. That's one thing about this hood. I really like the hood. But, oh my God, did y'all see that? Oh, dude. I'd stopped my frog right there, and that fish came up and blew up on it. That was crazy. Oh, no. I was not paying attention. I don't think it was a really big fish, but that fish came up and blew up on it while I was wiping my eyes out, wiping the sweat out my eyes. But, you know, the hood, I love the hood because it keeps the sun off of you. But, I mean, it does create some heat, for sure. I tell y'all what, an hour goes by so fast. I think I got like maybe, I don't even know how long I got left. Y'all will be able to see it on the video a lot better than I can. I need to, when I go back there and start the motor up right here in a second, I'm gonna look at it and see how long we got left. But maybe we can get one out from under here. That turtle fell out of that tree, and I'm not gonna lie, it spooked me. I thought a fish had blown up. Yeah, we gotta get up. Hopefully we can get up above this section right here. We have got to get up there. We're gonna strap our rods down, these GF Outdoor straps, and pull up that old trolling motor. Let's get our phone from under here so we can see how much time we got left, because I don't know. How much time do we have left? Ooh, we have 29 minutes left. Okay. That's a little bit less than I thought. Shallow over here, so I gotta run this side. right, we were able to make it. I don't know, y'all can see all that sandbar right there. We navigated around. You better know, y'all probably like, this guy's crazy. I have fished this river since I was 6 years old, and I'm very knowledgeable about where everything is on this river, logs and such. So sandbars and everything, and every year it does change a little bit. From year to year it does change, but you come up here not knowing how to navigate it, and I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna be in for a bad day. But we're having a good day right now, catching some bass, and we just got to get that old big one to come up. This is a good shoreline to do it on. I've never caught any just absolute hammers on this shoreline, but I have caught some really nice 4 and 5 pounders, a lot of 3s. All right, this is going to be the shade pocket right here. Tell you what, if we do get a big one, I don't have the net out, which is, y'all know, is very typical of me. Very typical of me to not have a net out. But on the frog, I think we'll be able to dog him out and get our hand in his mouth, hopefully, if we get a big one. And this shoreline might not have them, you know, sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. Just like kind of the other shoreline we were on, one area of the shoreline had fish, and the lower end didn't seem to have any on it, but this is, oh, there we go. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be very surprised if I bring it out of. Ooh, I threw that right into that tree. I'm gonna fish it out, but come right here to this corner. Almost seems like I'm getting bit more on the know nothing bank with less wood and structure than I am on the banks with all the structure and wood, which is kind of weird, a little bit, but I'm just kind of paying attention to where it seems like the bites are coming from. See if we can get one right here. Oh, my line got hung around that tree. So I'm going to expect to get bit from here up to the bend. Because being that I didn't get bit, you know, where we were, I'm going to expect to get bit from here up to the bend. Ooh, look like a fish come up underneath of it is almost what it looked like right then, but not 100% sure. this next shoreline coming up. Like, I'm very excited about fishing it. I'm hoping to catch a big one off of it. I really am. I'm very a little bit confused about the fact that I didn't get bit under there. We're gonna get one deep in there, right by the shoreline. We're gonna have to rip him over trees and everything else, but might be able to get one under here. Poor little frog just fell off the bank. He's lost, he don't know what to do. Not sure, I done forgot how many bass we've caught. 5, I think. 4 or 5. Not 100% sure, but not bad. Just looking for Mr. Old Big Head. And I mean, most places I wouldn't even expect to catch that many in an hour, but I have high expectations for my home body of water. Now that right there, I mean, not sure how that didn't get crushed. Gotta find a school of dadgum 4-pounders stacked up, ready to eat. Ooh, he came up and just pulled it under. Come on, baby. Just got to get one of them big mean mamas that's mad at the world today. A lot of minnows. I mean, right then when I just threw up there with the frog, a ton of bait fish came up under the frog. Sometimes they get really keyed on bait fish, and a lot of times you catch them good on a fluke or a spinner bait. My live well stopper's bowling around in this live well, aggravating. Quit rolling around. Little fish came up and looked at it. I saw him come out from under that, up under that log and take a peek at it, but didn't eat it. And I tell y'all something too that I was wiping my face, but I tell y'all something too that I've been thinking about doing. And y'all let me know in the comments down below if y'all would like to see this. But my dad used to love bass fishing with a fly rod. He loved fly rodding for bass. And I used to fly rod too. I used to tie flies and do different stuff like that. And I really did love fly rodding too. I didn't do it a ton for bass, but he loved fly rodding for bass. And I've actually been looking at fly rods here recently at a nice setup for bassing. And if you would like to see some fly rodding for bass action, let me know in the comments down below, because I've definitely been considering it, but I didn't know if that would be something that you all would want to see. So let me, oh, that was a nice one. That was a nice one. Just kind of mouthed at it though. But y'all let me know. Like I said, drop a comment. Let me know. Trying to, oh, he just come up on it again. He is being funny with it. Not eating it good. Not eating it good. But that is a nice one. We're gonna really, normally they don't give you more than, oh, he bowled on it again. It's a really good fish. Normally big ones don't mess with it. Oh, he just come up and mess with it again. Like I saw his whole side. I bet if I flipped up in there, he would crank a doggone rage bug. All right. But yeah, thinking about getting a fly rod, doing some bass fishing with it, with the bigger bugs. So let me know. Them bubbles almost fooled me. I was about to just snatch and had nothing even bit the darn thing. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get around this and see if we can up our numbers, because we got hot there for a second and we done cooled down. Get off of there. Oh, there we go. Tell you what, I don't need to get one. Thought it'd be one right there. Oh, man. A little bit surprised by these last two shorelines. I'm not gonna lie, definitely surprised. Man, I don't know how much longer we have left. I want to hit this shoreline and then go. Go up to another one. Oh God, what a bite. What a bite. Not a big one. Not a big one though. What a bite. Oh my goodness. I mean, you talk about crushing it. That was an awesome bite. Whew. Okay. All right. Just added another one, but not that big one. I'll throw back here behind. There we go. When y'all ask me why I fish the way I fish and shallow and frogging and all that, I mean, this is what I grew up fishing. This is the way I learned to fish. This is the way I grew up fishing. In a john boat, shallow water, shallow river, just bassing, straight up power fishing for bass. And so that's why when I fish pretty much anywhere, I'm always up dirt shallow, throwing up into woods. And oh my goodness, I can't believe one ain't gonna eat there. Oof. But that's why I fish the way I fish, is that very reason. When you grow up fishing a certain way, it gets ingrained in your mind, and you get such confidence in that method, in that way, that lure, that just everything. And so everywhere you go, it's what you try. That's the first thing you go to. $10.59, I don't know. Oh! Looked down at my watch and he come up and bit it. I don't know how much longer we got. I knew it'd be one there. We got another shoreline coming up. We got to get up there to it. All right, one last cast right here. And then we're going to get up to that other shoreline. I mean, we might not have but 10 minutes left. I'm not, ooh, one boiled on it. I'm not 100% sure how long we got left. Let's see, what do we got? We got 10 minutes. 10 minutes and 52 seconds. All right. Here we go. Oh my goodness, it's hung. There we go. All right. Oh, that cast was bad. I'm gonna have to fish this pretty quick because I want to get up there to that furthest up section, and I don't have but 10 minutes. So I'm gonna keep the trolling motor in 4-speed. If there's any chance of me catching a legitimate big fish, it's on this shoreline, I feel like. Right around my tip. Always trips me out how braid does that. How it wraps around your tip. I never really understood it. But fishing line, just, it'll blow your mind. Some of the crazy knots that mess can get in. Oh, shoot. About to go down. Oh, I see it now. That log is coming all the way out. Got to go around it. Oh, this is going to waste time for us. Oh no, come on. Probably need to go back there and fire the darn motor up to get around this. I know y'all can see the bottom right there. It's so shallow. There we go. It's not crazy hot out here today. It's 87, I think. So it's not like horrible, but it is warm. Oh, there's one. There's a good one. There's a good one. Oh no, he come off. I just did not get a good hook set in him. Like he was, when he came up and was running, he was running with the current. I did not feel like I got a good hook set in him, and turns out obviously I did not. That's all right. Oh, we're hung on something. Oof. We've got to get around this tree so we can get up to this next section. Get off these limbs right here. Come on, baby. We need a big. Come on, Mr. Frog. Pull up that big bite. Oh, my line has gotten hung. I sure hope I don't have to go back and get this, because, whew, all right, good. That would have been a time killer. Not. Oh, oh, chill out, chill out, chill out, chill out. Chill out, buddy. Chill out, chill out. Hey, just get out the boat. Get out the boat. Oh, my goodness. Come on. I ain't trying to keep. There we go. There you go. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. He came off the base of that tree. Definitely seems like a lot of the smaller fish are being a little bit more aggressive today. The big ones might not be pulled up. They might be a little bit deeper, maybe more on a flipping bite, or they might be keying on something a little bit different, but I still have hopes. I mean, I think we got about maybe 6 minutes left. I don't know. Still have hopes we can get that old 5-gallon bucket head to come up. Coming up on a really good spot right here. Pretty sure somewhere in that lap pile there's a big old cottonmouth. Pretty sure of it. What do y'all think? Pretty sure there's one laid up in there and I just couldn't see him. Come on, baby. Now, if I don't get one through here, I'm gonna be so daggone surprised. I'm not gonna lie. Ought to be one back in there. All right, here we go. I know we're down probably to, oh, something pulled it. Oh no, my line is right around my tip. Oh no, we're in the final minutes and we have got a mess. This is not good. Come on, please come out. Please come out. Oh no, this is horrible. My line is wrapped around my tip. Like, this is the worst thing that could have ever happened. Look at that, y'all. This is, oh my goodness, this makes no sense. I mean, it's completely wrapped around my tip and I'm gonna run out of time. I don't even know what it's at, but I'm gonna completely run out of time before I even get my frog in. Come here, come here. That is no good. Come on, come on, come on. I don't know how many minutes we got left, or 1 minute, 2 minutes. Can't be long, I can tell you that. I'm just hoping to get this thing possibly tied on before we run out of time. Oh no, y'all, that was the worst thing that I could have ever done. I could be back up casting right now. All right, come on, go through. Good old Palomar knot. Come on. Oh no, I'm about to cut my line. Oh, I cut my line. Oh, it never pays to get in a hurry. It never pays to get in a hurry, y'all. I'm gonna sit here and run out of time. I hate that for y'all, my viewer. Definitely hate it for me because I'm sitting in like the best spot ever of the whole video, actually. I mean, my blade barely, these scissors are so sharp, it wouldn't have done it with any other pair of scissors, but oh my goodness, are we gonna get another cast off? Just one more cast off? We are so low on line. Oh, I'm like all the way at the backing. Oh, God. Oh, y'all. Dadgummit. I'm gonna throw one more. I'm gonna throw one more right there. I mean, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. That's our hour. Man, throw one more for good measure, right? I mean, we're done. This doesn't count, but this is like, I'm at the best spot, and if I hadn't have got hung, or my line hadn't wrapped around my tip, I would have been able to get, I would have been able to fish all of this, but might not have mattered. Might not even catch one, but what a bummer. That was fun though. That was fun. But that's it. That's our time. Time is up. Oh, y'all. I don't even know how many we caught. I'm not 100% sure. That was exciting though, but look at this absolute mess of line right here. My line wrapped around my tip. Y'all know how braid is. It can just get wrapped around and just cause a mess, and that's what happened. My frog reel is essentially down now. When I'm casting, I'm almost all the way to the backing. So we're gonna throw this down in the floor. That was exciting though. Dadgummit, I had a good fish. I think it blew up right there. I'm actually gonna pitch the rage bug. Let's look. I know our time's up, but let's pitch the rage bug right there, because we had one come up on the frog right there, and we're just gonna see if when we come up, if he's going off to the side with it, and see if we smoke a big bass, because this is a really good spot. I'm actually kind of surprised I just picked up on it and don't have anything on it. That's pretty surprising. But the fish they didn't bite like as great as I thought they would. I was really thinking we were going to get some really, really big fish to come up. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's one. I mean, do y'all want me to try to catch one more? I know y'all probably want me to try to catch one more. Look, he took my leg off. See if he'll bite it again. A one-legged rage bug. Look, it looks like I got a knot in this line. I do. I totally have a knot. Well, what is this? Yeah, I do got a knot in my line. There it go, popped out. It's kind of weird, but that's it, y'all. We're packing it up. I hope this was an entertaining video for y'all. I know I threw a few more casts, you know, over my 1 hour mark. I mean, who wouldn't, right? So, I don't know. That was exciting. That was exciting. 1 hour of straight up fishing. If y'all enjoyed this video or enjoy videos like this, be sure to let me know. Be sure to let me know, because this isn't something I do often, but I see other people on different channels do it. So, I don't know. We're going to head back to the house. All right, so made it back to the house, and I really enjoyed doing that type of video. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. You know, it puts a lot of pressure on you because you're like, I got 1 hour, I got to catch some fish. You know, not only did I only have an hour, I was only throwing the frog. So I was like, I got one bait that I'm throwing, trying to get this done. But I was very fortunate to be able to catch some bass. Didn't catch any big ones like I was hoping. I was really hoping to catch a couple quality 3+ pounders, but it didn't happen, you know, but I did catch some fish. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section down below if you did, and if you want me to do some more of these videos. Sometimes I can do them on different bodies of water. And, you know, on some bodies of water, I might not be able to catch them quite as good as I did today. But, you know, fun time overall. Got to catch some fish, got to catch them on the frog. The water's super muddy, you know, definitely not prime conditions, but hey, we caught some fish. That's what matters. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you did, and I will see you next time on Gunfish TV.